Cinematic Talk, a web-exclusive discussion presented by Cinematic Magazine, returns with Numa Perrier, Director of Programming and Development for Black and Sexy TV. Numa is an actress, artist, writer, and filmmaker. At Black and Sexy TV, she ushers projects from script to screen. She co-stars and writes for the network hit series The Couple, currently in development at HBO. She also co-created and writes Rumi Love a Friend, winner of the American Black Film Festival 2013 Best Web Series Award. Her most recent project she created for the network is Yellow, a docudrama about the pleasures and problems of light-skinned black men. We caught up with Numa in New York at the American Black Film Festival world premiere of Spike Lee's new joint, The Sweet Blood of Jesus. Join us as we chat with Numa in this 4-part discussion about her experience working with Spike Lee on his Kickstarter campaign for The Sweet Blood of Jesus, her review of the film, and of course, Black and Sexy TV. I'm your host, Angel Brown, publisher of Cinematic Magazine. Get ready for Cinematic Talk.
Cinematic. How's that? Thank you.
Cinematic Magazine is here in New York City
Hey.
with Numa. Now, Numa, what's your last name?
Numa.
Have I been saying it the wrong the whole time?
Everyone always says it the wrong way.
So
or they say
Numa.
or they say Norma. It's Numa.
Okay, Numa.
It's an unusual
It's a
name
beautiful
in
name.
this country. Yeah.
Okay, so Numa, did I say it right?
Yes, you got it.
Numa, what's your last name?
Perrier, like
Perrier.
the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, pure spirit? Spirit pure? I'm just,
Spirit, water. I don't know. Just spirit.
But I'm bummed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I came on the campaign on the 4th day of the Kickstarter. I had met Spike at ABFF last year when we won for Rumi Lover Friends. So when I was giving my award acceptance speech, he was sitting right in the front row.
Wow.
So we had a little moment and we met and we talked. So that was my first time meeting him. So about a month later, when he launched his Kickstarter campaign, just out of the blue, I already felt kind of familiar with him because we had met pretty recently. And I went to his page right away, the Kickstarter page, and I saw a lot of things that he was doing right, and I saw a lot of things that were making me nervous. And I became very concerned, and I went kind of on a Twitter rant about it, about how he has to succeed, and a lot of people, a lot of black filmmakers were very negative about it, and I was really disgusted with things that certain people were saying. There were a lot of haters out there, and I immediately was like, oh, hell no, I have to get involved, and I started tweeting him. And I sent him a message on his Kickstarter. I told him I've done several Kickstarter campaigns. I've never done one this big before, but the same rules apply. Please contact me. I think I can help. You need to win. If you win, we all win. If you lose, we all lose. So I'm going to need you to go ahead and call me. So I didn't hear from him for a couple of days. And then 40 Acres and a Mule started following me on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And the same day my phone rang, New York number, I pick up and it's Mr. Spike Lee. And he just got right to it. He said, "Hi, this is Numa. This is Spike Lee. Are you in Los Angeles? I understand that you're in Los Angeles. Can you meet with me today?" Yes, Mr. Spike Lee. What time? I think it was about 8 o'clock in the morning. And he said,
wait, this is after you said, hold on for a minute, and then screamed, right?
I think my heart was just pumping fast because I also realized, like, oh, I gotta. Already, I started feeling the responsibility of a $1 million plus campaign, But I had already been taking notes on what I thought he needed to do, so I was actually ready for that meeting. I had a whole page of notes, and I went and I met with him, and he just said, hey, thank you for coming. He was very gentle and kind, and said thank you for coming. am not afraid to. I've never done this before, and I'm not afraid to hear and learn from someone who has done it. So I just started listing off the things that I thought needed to be different, and one of those things was the video. I felt needed to be changed, and other things, you know. So.
Can you name 2 major things that he needed to change? You said the video.
The major thing was the video and the tone and the message of the video. I felt was an absolute change. And
how was the tone previously versus when you came on board?
The first video was a little more geared towards, hey, I'm Spike Lee. I'm jumping in this thing. I need this money. You know, that was kind of, it wasn't like it was so far off. It just, I feel every Kickstarter campaign needs to be as personal as it can be. Okay. And that was kind of the overall theme of the campaign and what I was trying to impart to him on a daily basis, which is really connecting with the audience who loves you so much. Don't worry about the ones who don't. Right. There are many who do, and you have to really reach them, and you have to be really generous with yourself in a Kickstarter campaign to expect anyone to be generous with even $1 for you. So that's a big thing. It's crowdfunding. You have to know your crowd. So you have to be close to your crowd. Okay. And that's why people give you money, you know, over everything else most of the time for artists especially. So
when he did the video over, did you come up with that concept?
It was actually the entire Black and Sexy team. So it was myself. I did the interview. So we set it up for, I believe, the same night. We had to just pull it together. So I got Brian on board, our co-founder. I got Dennis on board. Dennis did the edit. Brian came and shot it. I interviewed him, so I asked him specific questions. We did the whole talking points, and he was doing already a press tour about the Kickstarter because it was a huge thing. So he had other interviews lined up that day, so he was warmed up. He was ready to go, and it was great. It was a complete change. We uploaded that thing as soon as we could. We just had to get it edited and get it out there. And I think it made a difference amongst other things. Really, his personal touch is really what I think got him there.
And what's the second biggest thing that he had to change?
Besides the video and becoming more personal, I'm trying to remember. It's such a blur now.
Well, this is definitely important to people who feel that they can just start an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter campaign and think that, boom, overnight I'm going to be able to raise this money.
No,
people don't understand that
it's
a strategy to this whole crowdsourcing.
It's a campaign.
Thing. Right.
It's really a campaign, and you're going to work every 30 days of that campaign. Even if you get all of your money on the first day, even if you are, in that small percentile of people who get their money on the first day, you're still running a campaign. Right. You don't just, throw your hands up and go away. You still have to manage your campaign. So, but, Spike is very, very quick to learn, and he, once he got those things, he ran with it. He started coming up with things. And the team at 40 Acres and a Mule had a plan laid out for him, and that plan was good. There was nothing wrong with that plan. I was just coming in to add the things that I thought would guarantee it, and kind of to be...
Wow, that's a strong word. Guaranteed? Wow. That's pretty strong, don't you think?
Well, we said that we have no choice, because I told Spike, I said, imagine the headline. Imagine the headlines if you don't make it.
Right.
And on the hard days, those were the kind of things I had to say to him. And to speak to him that way with all due respect.
Right.
Absolutely. It was always, figuring it's like with all due respect, and he gave me that respect too. So, and it was a thing, but, he'll tell you himself, it was a roller coaster.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
And just battling, a lot of people that didn't want him to make it.
Yeah, but you know, if you focus on the negative, that's what you will bring to your life.
Yeah,
So
you know, some of the people that were really the serious haters trying to really make him. I think there was some people that were saying we got to kick Spike off a Kickstarter. You know, it's just. Well, why is it bothering you? Just don't give money if you don't want to give money, you know? There are billions of people in the world. No one's taking any money from you, you know? So it was great. It was working with him. It was a privilege, was an honor. I feel close to him. I feel proud of everybody who worked to get this film on the screen. And he's true to his word.
Right.
You know, less than a year later, the film is on the screen. So he was shooting that thing. He was in production, pre-production, while we were raising money. I mean, so we knew that this train is not stopping. We're on it.
Right.
You know, so, and with that kind of tenacity, determination, and just belief in yourself, that's why he's who he is.
Part 2 of this discussion continues with Numa's review of Spike Lee's new joint, The Sweet Blood of Jesus. You don't want to miss this web exclusive, so go to www.cinematicmag.com to hear the full interview. I'm your host, Angie Brown, publisher of Cinematic Magazine. Thanks for listening.